Having won our opening UEFA Conference League match, our first match in Europe. Today, it's back to league duty. We got to play two sides that our form in the past hasn't been particularly good. Hello, it's a very warm welcome to episode 38 of Going Dutch as we try and turn around a Dutch side that's been relegated from the Eredivisie, in this case, Waalwijk, and we try and return them to the top flight and leave them as an established side. And this is our journey. My name's Mark, and on today's episode we have for you two games, as I said, both of them in the league. In the Eredivisie, it's match day 9 and 10 as we get about a third of the way into the season. Of course, you don't play many games here in Holland in the Eredivisie. We've just had a international break at the end of September. So we're ready and fighting. We've got 6 matches through October. We'll look closely at that in due course. And we have played one game since you were last with us. How do we get on that? We'll find out in just a moment or two. But don't forget, if you do enjoy today's episode, leave me that big thumbs up, subscribe, hit the notification button, leave me a comment. Let me know what you think of the series so far. Let me know what you'd like to see me do more of here on the channel. And of course, you can follow everything that's going on simply by following me on X at JustOffsideFM. Right, as I said, we have played one game since you were last with us. That game was a 0-0 draw against FC Utrecht. In the last episode, a 4-1 win against Fortuna Sittard, a 2-1 win against Omnia from Cyprus, I think it was, wasn't it? And FC Utrecht then came up on our radar, and it was a match where chances were few and far between, but we didn't take those chances. Plus, the goalkeeper did very, very well in goal. Mind you, so did Vassen. But Nijhuis did extremely well, kept us out. We had 13 shots, only 3 of them on target, mind you. Only 3 of them on target. Utrecht had 6 shots, 4 of which were on target. They had 55% of the possession to our 45, so we weren't that combative, really. But we should have had a goal at least, because Ross Stewart had one ruled out just 2 minutes into the game. Let's have a look at it. Stanovic with a short corner to Cruz. Cruz cuts inside, looking for a way through, couldn't find it. Whoever crosses it in, Stewart puts it away, and it was offside, apparently. I beg to differ. I've looked at it from various angles, and I don't think it was. When that ball was played in, I'm thinking there's a defender. It's difficult to tell because of the curves on the pitch. Let's go and have a closer look at it. Cruz here to whoever. Actually, want to go back a little bit more, Mark. Whoever. That ball to whoever. He hits it first time. Right. Here is Stewart. And I think this player here is playing him on. As I said, it is difficult to tell because of the curves in the pitch. But I just think he's playing him on. We did see the lines in the original replay, and it looked like he was pretty much level. But I think he's definitely... These two players here probably are this side of him. But I think that this guy here kept him onside, and it should have been a goal. I think we were done out of that one. And, yeah, very disappointing. Went to the video referee. The video referee said it was offside. I don't believe it. Video referee had something in his eye, obviously. Anyway, that's how we finished. A couple of other players doing Lemure, whoever. Stanovic having a good game until he went off injured, but because we've had virtually 3 weeks since that match, he has recovered, and he should be in the beckoning today for a place in the side. Right, I don't think there's a great deal else to tell you, really. Nothing else in the transfer market because that slammed shut, of course. We are on the 10th of October. We are on match day. PSV, our first opponents in today's episode. Sparta Rotterdam thereafter. But first up, PSV, past meetings. We've played them 5 times in this series, only beaten them once. That time at the Mandemakers, Castanaris and Oakson the scorers. I think it was early part of last season, and it was on the back-to-back with Ajax. Since then, we have played them at their place, as we are today, at the Philips Stadion. A 2-0 loss on that occasion. That back in February. Turgeman and Babadi, the scorers on that occasion. It was 1-0 after 4, and 5 minutes into injury time, we conceded the second. Let's hope we don't go and do things like that today. Right then, first up is Eredivisie, match day 9. Well, a number of players coming back from recent injury, which means we've got a little bit of a fitness issue, but nothing major. Nothing to thwart our emphasis going forward, hopefully. The team then for the match against PSV at the Philips Stadion is Vassen in goal, Van der Beek, Martins Indy and Rekic on the defensive line. Drambev and whoever are the wide players with Oakson between them. Stanovic and Marley Cruz are the wide players with Masudi between them. Stewart continues to in the attack up front. And then on the bench, it's Setford, Lemure, Kongaloo, Leveld, Toure, Peter, Romney, Varro, Reen, Hansen, Eltium, and Van Duren. And here we are at the Philips Stadion. They've lost 3 of their last 5, drawn the other 2, playing a 4-2-3-1 today. And we've won 4, drawn 1 of our last 5, playing our by now familiar formation. And the table looks like this. One thing we didn't look at. We are 4th on 15. They are somewhere else. First highlight, 6 minutes in. Rekic with a free kick. Martins Indy. Van der Beek. Oakson. Rekic. Rekic comes forward. Rekic through the lines to Cruz. Oakson finds Stanovic. Van der Beek. Drambev backs up a little bit. Oakson. Whoever. Cruz. Back to whoever. Cruz doesn't want anything to do with it. He's crossed it in and it's tipped away and they've defended it well. Iglesias comes forward, but Martins Indy is there. Stanovic to break up play. Drambev. It's what we didn't do in the last game. We didn't break up the play, and that's coming to nothing. We didn't break up the play really that well, and I think that's why we never found a way in. Whoever there, and it come off this defender here because Cruz was really ready to put that away. And Buta just managed to get a flick on it and took it away from him. Another highlight. 7 minutes in this time, nearly 8. Masudi out to Drambev. Masudi gone running forward. Drambev now just needs to get the byline. Cross this in. Oh, Stewart's headed it. Goalkeeper makes a save. And whoever couldn't keep it in. Unlucky. Nearly on the score sheet. And Ross Stewart desperately trying to get a goal for us. Drambev almost let that go out. But Ross Stewart getting there. Not sure if that come off the woodwork, the last one. They have this highlight. It's cut out by whoever. And the referee's going to check it. Whether it's a penalty or not. He brought down Turgeman. No penalty. It's no penalty. Oh, it is a penalty. Sorry. Why didn't that come up? Iglesias. And Vassen saves it. Good man. Good man. Oh, we're still in this game. 11 minutes in and a corner from the save from Vassen. And what a save it was too. Want to see that again. Rosas out to Schutten. And whoever... It's a... Schutten was offside, so no penalty or anything coming from this one. We'll see the penalty again now. Iglesias Vassen gets across to it and saves. 12 minutes in. Rosas throws it in, but Boumassoudi gets a foot in, but Drambev can't keep control of the ball, gives it away. And need to be on them. Stanovic cuts that one out. Stanovic, Van der Beek, Martins Indy. He comes forward. Outside to whoever. Pulls it back, cuts it in. It's behind everybody, unfortunately, and they've defended it again. We need to be a bit better than that. Our cutting edge, not quite there today. And, that throw to Tugeman. Tugeman has a shot, and he's put it in. I think he went in off the post. He's 5th of the season, and on 14 minutes, we do go behind. And the Philips Stadion erupts. Tugeman did all the work out there, really, for that. And once he got inside the box, went on his own. We have a corner now. 18 minutes on the clock. Stanovic, back post. Always come back off the woodwork. And they've got away with it again. 36 on the clock. Rekic with a free kick to Oaksonen. Rekic. Can we get back on level terms before half-time? Whoever crosses in. Stewart's come back off the woodwork again. And Stewart is injured, I've noted. Rosas with a throw-in. 45. We're right on time. 3 minutes of injury time to be played. Rosas crosses that in, but Vassen collects. Highlight looks like it's going to continue. Rolls it out to Rekic. Rekic. Forward to Boumassoudi. Boumassoudi. What's he going to do with this? He's cut it inside and he's given the ball away. And it's cut out by Oaksonen, but only as far as Ambrari. And we're in the... It's cut in. Oh, got a deflection. It's gone for a corner. 46 minutes on the clock. Shooten swings this in. It's headed clear. Van der Beek pumps it upfield to Cruz. Cruz now. Can he do something? No. Back to whoever. It's highlight over. And nothing coming of that. Teller getting the better of him. And it was Iglesias. I don't know who's marking him. Can we tell who's marking him? Martins Indy, who got the deflection behind. No more highlights in this first half. We've had 6 shots. We've only got one of them on target. We've hit the woodwork numerous times. I'm not sure we can tell on here. We can on this one. We've hit the woodwork 3 times. 3 times in that first half. So, yeah, we just need to be a bit better in the second half. Hit that target a bit better. 0.89 on the XG. 55% of the possession. They've had 4 shots. 2 on target, 1.19 and 45% of the possession. Been a little bit better than us. Turgman then giving them the lead on 14 after Iglesias missed his penalty on 11. And at half-time, we're making one change due to the injury to Ross Stewart. He's got a potential knee injury. We've replaced him with Ole Romney. 54 on the clock. They have a free kick. Rioja sends it in. It's headed clear, but Buta is there. He's out wide. Pulls it back in to Shooten. On the edge of the area. And they have a second. Arambari scores from the edge of the area. And we go 2 behind on 55. And PSV look like they are going to get a win over us again. Last time we were here, it was 2-0. And, well... we are not up to the scratch of the likes of PSV, Ajax. And having conceded that second goal, 56 minutes on the clock, we're going to make 2 more changes. Both of the wide players up front. Stanovic is off. Tijane Toure comes on for him. And Marley Cruz, he has come off. And we've replaced him with Peter. 7 minutes on the clock. They have another free kick. Shooten this time. Cut out by whoever. Romani. If we can get one back now, we do still stand a chance. Rekic, he's come forward. Rekic, he's decided not to go that route after all. Martins Indy. They've been well organised, and he's thought we was going to cut that out, but Toure won the ball back. Drambev through the lines, but he's poor ball to Bomasoudi, and they come on attack again in Glaciers, and it's cut out by whoever. Peter, back to Rekic. Oaksonen, Martins Indy. Van der Beek finds Peter. Peter's brought down. Whoever picks the ball up then. Whoever on his own now. Can he get in the area? He has. Cuts it back. He's put it in. And his second goal of the season from a very tight angle. And whoever isn't whoever anymore. Hajana, whoever. Peter brought down. Referee waves play on. And whoever went on his own. He had three other players in the area here. Romney, Toure and Bomasoudi all waiting, queuing up for it, but decided to put it away himself. And just as well he did. And with 77 minutes on the clock, making our final two changes. Oaksonen is off, he's tired. We've replaced him with Patrick Varro. And then our final change has been Bomasoudi. He's not been in good form today. He's come off. And we've replaced him with Jurgen Elitim. Can he get an equaliser? Rioka with a free kick. 88 minutes on the clock. It's headed on. It's come back off the woodwork. Drambev clears it. A referee signals for an offside. An offside in that. I think it was there that the offside came about. So it wouldn't have counted if it had gone in. And we've missed out on a draw. We've managed a 2-1, which still hurts a little bit. We had 11 shots, only 3 on target in the end. They didn't have any shots on target in the second half, I don't think. Or did they? It was 4 and 2 at half-time, maybe. Anyway, we had 11 shots, 3 on target, 1.20. We did give up possession, though. I think we had the bulk of possession in the first half, ended up with 44% of possession. They had 10 shots, 4 on target, 2.16 and 56% of the possession. We did get a consolation goal from whoever after 68, but that was about the sum total of it. Turgman and Arambari getting the winner on 55 minutes. A player of the match for Kai Jana, whoever. 2 key passes, 1 clear-cut chance created, and a goal. Yeah, wasn't our best day at the office. And here's the news. Ross Stewart, he's going to be out for 6 to 9 days with a twisted knee. And, well, we'll be missing him for a little bit. So the strike force depleted somewhat as it currently stands. 3 days down to the game against Sparta Rotterdam, of course. But today's games have meant that we have dropped down the table. Unfortunately, Sparta Rotterdam and Ajax still to play. I'll give you an update on that scoreline as and when we've got it. Yeah, so we've dropped down to 6th in the table on 15 points, along with Sparta Rotterdam, who we play next. So, yeah, it's one of those games. Ahead of us, Feyenoord are top on 25. They are Ajax have a game in hand because they've got to play Sparta Rotterdam in the late game. So we'll see how that turns out. So they could go back on top. Roda Kerkrade are in 3rd on 17. Utrecht and PSV on 16, separated literally by goal difference. And then we're 6th. Sparta Rotterdam are 7th. AZ and Heerenveen both on 14 points in 8th and 9th, respectively. Vitesse in the relegation playoff space at the moment, but they're just there on goal difference from NEC Nijmegen, and then FC Groningen and FC Volendam, the 2 sides in at the bottom of the table. Come back in just a second with the result from the Sparta Rotterdam Ajax game, and then it'll be a rundown to match day. Well, I'm sure they didn't expect that. Sparta Rotterdam, a 2-2 draw against Ajax. Ajax were behind after 17 minutes. They equalised 2 minutes later through Marenwerk. Souza gave them the lead after 25, and it was 2-1 for a great chunk of that game, and virtually on full time. Fechner getting the equaliser for Sparta Rotterdam, and they will be pleased with that. We are down to 7th now. Sparta Rotterdam leapfrog us up into 6th place and makes that game even more of a spiky game. Ajax are in 2nd now, 2 points behind Feyenoord, having given up that lead simply by drawing the second game of the season. So they will not be happy about that at all. Right, 3 days down to the game against Sparta Rotterdam. We'll come back just ahead of that game. So here we are at match day, and it's a game against Sparta Rotterdam in the Eredivisie, match day 10. And a bit like PSV, we haven't beaten them very often. We have beaten them at the Mandemakers in a friendly back in 2024. And in the Eredivisie European Places playoff final, which got us into the Conference League, beat them 2-0 on that occasion. Castanaris, the scorer, both goals, and previously that were Lemuri and Malgré, the scorers in that one. But in the Eredivisie itself last season, we lost to them twice, which wasn't good at their place. It was Kitlano, the scorer, and it was that man again from the penalty spot that got one for them. And Andone, the other scorer, and of course they beat us in injury time. Lebete for them last time out, so we need to be playing a bit better than that this time round, if at all possible, to get a result against them, if we can. Let's go and see if we can do it. And here is the side that will face Sparta Rotterdam in this, well, it's almost a 6-pointer, really, if you want to look at it that way. In this Eredivisie match day 10, Vassen is in goal, Van der Beek, Martins Indy and Rekic are defensive line. Drambev and whoever continue as the wing-backs, this time with Rosier between them. Latonda and Cruz are the wide players in attack. Boumassoudi sits behind Romney up front, with the injury to Ross Stewart. Setford, Lemure, Congaloo, Leveld, Toure, Peter, Hansen, Varro, Areen, LTM, Van Duren and Martin Kers are all on the bench. Here we are back at the Mandemakers. That loss at PSV on the list now, of course. 1-3, drawn 1, lost 1. They've drawn 3, lost 1, and only won 1 game, playing a 4-3-3 today with a defensive midfielder. They are in 6th place on 16 points. We are 7th on 15. Highlight comes 2 minutes in, and it's for Sparta Rotterdam, but it's gone over the top. 27 minutes on the clock. They have a free kick. We've had a lot of the game, not seen any highlights, which is very poor. They still come away with the ball, and it will be against the run of play if they score here, and they have. And it's Danilo Solanese, one of our old players, who's got the goal. And 28 minutes, we go a goal behind. Played that out to Solanese. Solanese teed himself up. Vassen not getting there. 33 minutes on the clock. We have a corner. Latonda with the corner. It's going to be an in-swinger. It's in. It's swung in. It's come back off the woodwork. It's cleared. And the woodwork again is stopping us from scoring. Goodness me. How many times? Well, half-time's arrived and we're behind. Solanese on 28 minutes, and we've had 10 shots, 4 on target, 0.86 and 65% of the possession. They've had 7 shots, 2 of which have been on target, 0.47 and 35% of the possession. One of the two on target was a goal. And with 61 minutes on the clock, we're making 2 changes. Thierry Latonda not having a good day out on the left side. We have taken him off and brought on Tijane Toure. And the other change that we made is Ole Romney, also not having a good day up front. replaced him with Martin Kers. And on 69 minutes, we've got an enforced injury. Tamale Cruz has picked up a knee injury. So we've had to make a replacement for him. Emil Hansen comes on and replaces him, whilst the other change that we've made is Drambev is off, and we brought on Peter as the left wing back. They have a corner, 81 on the clock. It's headed clear, but not clear. And they've still got the ball. And tackle in the box, and a penalty's been given. And, well, we're going to go to a 2-0 loss again here, aren't we? Oh, no penalty. He played the ball. I'll take that back. We'll see that again. It's headed clear. And it's Kers that's chased him out. Who's he chased out? Don't know. Fechner gives the ball to Nigel Lebete, and it's Kers who's off his foot, and he's played the ball there. You see the ball change direction. The ball's played. The referee's gone in for it, and that's no penalty. And with 87 minutes on the clock, making our final change. We've got lots of tired players out there, but we've made the final change, trying to go attacking. Van Duren has come on in place of Abu Masoudi. Kiers drops back into that attacking role. He's a shadow striker, to be fair. So that is our final change. And back-to-back losses in the episode, and I don't think we scored a goal either, have we? A very poor day at the office, and this time we really just haven't been any good whatsoever, albeit their goalkeeper did keep us out. And I think what's disappointing is we didn't see any of the highlights leading to those attempts either. We have 14 shots, which is plenty of shots, and 4 on target. No highlights for those. A 1.12, so we should have had it, and 58% of the possession. We've been mugged at our place. They've had 8 shots, 3 on target, 0.52, and 42% of the possession. Selenae's picking up player of the match. Puh. Well, life doesn't get any easier. 3 days down to the game against Feyenoord. Marley Cruz is out for 6 to 8 days with a twisted knee, and Tijane Touré is only out for a couple of days, having picked up a tight groin. I was trying to say 2 words, all mingled in together then. I'm not sure what was going on. Right, we have dropped down to 8th place now on 15 points. Sparta Rotterdam getting up to 4th on 19. So we've dropped 4 places in this episode by virtue of losing 2 games on the trot. We'd only lost 1 game up until then against Ajax, and now we've lost to PSV and Sparta Rotterdam. What a bad day. Ajax are top on 26, regaining the lead at the top after Feyenoord lost their first match of the season. Whoever, against Ajax. Yes, of course they did. PSV are up to 3rd, having won their 2nd game on the trot, beating Heerenveen 3-0 after beating us, of course. So they are on a little bit of a decent run. Sparta Rotterdam, as we already know, have moved up into 4th place. Kerkrade drop out after a 1-1 draw at FC 20, and Zwolle are up to 6th, as it turns out. They have played. Who did they play today? Did they play today? Yes, they did. Beat Vitesse by 1-0. FC Utrecht down to 7th, having lost 3-2 to bottom place Volendam. Well, they were bottom before that game. At the bottom of the table, Volendam are in 16th in the playoff place, just 1 point behind Nijmegen in 16th place. Vitesse are 17th. Groningen are 18th. That is how it looks. As I said, things don't get any easier because we're playing the side that are currently in second place, Feyenoord, in 3 days' time. We're coming back for that game and also the game against AAB, our 2nd game in the UEFA Conference League phase. Hope you will join me for that, and we'll look forward to seeing you as well. If you've enjoyed today's episode, though, as usual, don't forget, leave me that big thumbs up, subscribe, hit the notification button, keeps you up to date with all future episodes of Going Dutch, and of course our other series, Bottom to the Top, as they are released. Going Dutch released every Monday and Thursday at 4:15 p.m. and best way of keeping up to date with everything that's going on the channel, shirts, videos, tutorials, tactics, and so on and so forth, is to follow me on X at JustOffside2. Thank you for watching. Hope to see you for the next episode. It's been episode 39. It's out on Monday. Till then, bye bye.